As Africa's leading defense news portal, DefenceWeb aims to give you the latest updates on African defense, the South African National Defense Force, and the defense industry. Hi folks, welcome to the past week in defense. In this week's edition on the continent, Egypt requests countermeasures and targeting pods from the United States as its navy receives an Italian frigate. UNAMID closes its doors in Sudan. The Nigerian Air Force inducts another MR-171 helicopter, and the Nigerian Navy orders new vessels from Spain's Grup Aresa International and Malaysia's Northern Shipyard. In SANDF news, there is no MSD intake for 2021. The police minister says soldiers are to patrol garden route beaches. Less than 50 sexual exploitation and abuse cases were reported in the SANDF in 2020. Air Force Base Langebaanweg misses its December Wings Parade. Veterans issues receive attention from a special task team, and the SA Military Health Service gets a new Senior Chief Warrant Officer. And in company news, Armscor and Streit talk collaboration. In African defense news, Egypt requests countermeasures targeting pods from the US. Egypt has requested the sale of a large aircraft infrared countermeasures LARRCM system for head of state aircraft and sniper targeting pods from the United States in two deals worth a combined $170 million. The United States Department approved the possible foreign military sale of the North Grumman LARRCM system on the 29th of December for an estimated cost of $104 million. The AN/AAQ-24 system will be used on an Airbus A340-200 aircraft. Also, on the 29th of December, the US State Department approved the possible foreign military sale to Egypt of 20 Lockheed Martin AN/AAQ-33 sniper advanced targeting pods and related equipment for an estimated cost of $65.6 million. The sniper provides positive target identification, autonomous tracking, GPS coordinate generation, and precise weapons guidance from extended standoff ranges. Egyptian Navy receives Italian frigate. The Egyptian Navy has taken delivery of the first of two FREM frigates from Italy, with the Al Galala arriving in Egypt at the end of December. The vessel, formerly the Spartago Shipyard, was originally built for the Italian Navy by Fincantieri, but sold prior to completion. It was reported in early 2020 that Egypt was interested in buying two FREM frigates from Italy, drawn from the Italian Navy's procurement program. The vessels, Spartago Shipyard and Emilio Bianchi, launched in January 2019 and January 2020 respectively, enabling Fincantieri to sell the vessels for an estimated cost of 1.2 billion euros. The frigate sale is apparently part of a much larger deal that includes 4 more frigates, 20 Falaj-class corvettes, 24 Eurofighter Typhoon fighters, 24 M346 jet trainers, and a surveillance satellite, but it is not clear how far along these deals are to being signed. Leonardo has already received an €871 million contract to supply 24 AW149 and 8 AW189 helicopters to Egypt's military, some of which will be used aboard Navy ships. UNAMID closes its doors. UNAMID, the Joint African Union/United Nations mission in Darfur, is done and dusted, with all uniformed and civilian personnel other than those needed for liquidation withdrawing on the 31st of December. This follows a Security Council resolution which urges the government of Sudan to protect civilians in Darfur in accordance with international human rights law and international humanitarian law. While South African soldiers and equipment were withdrawn from UNAMID some 5 years ago, the world body's peacekeeping department has it there were 25 South Africans on UNAMID strength when it ceased activities. 21 police, 3 staffers, and an expert are listed. A UNAMID guard unit comprising mission personnel will remain in Darfur to protect personnel, facilities, and assets for the duration of the drawdown and liquidation of the mission. A new assistance mission, UNITAMS, UN Integrated Transition Assistance Mission in Sudan, will continue supporting peacebuilding efforts, with most of the violence that killed an estimated 300,000 in Darfur and displaced millions now apparently over, a UN statement said. Second Nigerian Air Force MR-717E inducted. The Nigerian Air Force NAF has inducted into service a second MR-171E helicopter in a ceremony that also saw the induction of another L-39ZA trainer that has been returned to an airworthy condition. The MR-171E, with registration NAF 582, originally arrived in Nigeria by Aleutian IL-76 transport on its 2nd of December and was introduced into the NAF's inventory on the 24th of December at NAF Base Kaduna. The NAF received its first MR-171E registration 581 at the beginning of 2020 and was officially inducted into service during a ceremony attended by President Muhammadu Buhari on 6th of February, along with 2 new AW109 power helicopters. Buhari said he had ordered the release of 2 AW101 helicopters from the Presidential Air Fleet to the Nigerian Air Force, and his administration had delivered 23 new aircraft to the NAF in recent years, with more on the way. Nigeria getting patrol boats from Spain's Grup Aresa International. Spain's Grup Aresa International is building 4 aluminium patrol boats for the Nigerian Navy, with the hulls already completed. The company recently said the milestone of the hulls being completed had been reached and the construction was ongoing. The company released a photo of the ceremony showing that the vessels involved are Aresa 1700 RPC inshore patrol craft. According to the 2021 Nigerian Budget Appropriation Bill, procurement of 4 Aresa boats is ongoing. Also listed as ongoing for the Nigerian Navy are the procurement of a 32-meter hydrographic survey vessel, the procurement of a landing ship tank, and the procurement of 3 AW109 helicopters. The hydrographic survey vessel appears to be a new design in addition to the 60-meter NNS Lana that was recently completed by France's Oshia. Malaysia's Northern Shipyard completes Manta vessels for Nigeria. Malaysian company Northern Shipyard has finished construction of 4 Manta Mark II fast patrol craft for the Nigerian Navy after receiving a contract from Suncraft International for the boats. Northern Shipyard was contracted by Singapore's Suncraft International to build the boats in February 2020 and completed the vessels in late December, Bernama reports. Northern Shipyard Managing Director Oi Cheng Chun told the publication that the vessels were expected to be delivered to Lagos, Nigeria in January. The shipyard held a launching ceremony on the 21st of December in Langkawi. Northern Shipyard said the contract was worth $8 million. The Nigerian Navy is a repeat customer for the Manta Mark II and by 2013 had taken 22 of the 17-meter long vessels into service. The Suncraft International Manta Mark II is powered by 2 1,200 horsepower diesel engines, giving it a top speed of between 45 and 50 knots. The vessel features ballistic protection, can carry a crew of 6, and has a range of 250 nautical miles at 35 knots. The Nigerian Navy plans to take delivery of 41 new vessels in 2020, including patrol boats, interceptors, and a hydrographic survey vessel from France, Malaysia, Vietnam, and local manufacturers, adding to the 42 patrol boats and other vessels acquired in 2019. And in SANDF news, no MSD intake for 2021. The ongoing havoc caused by the coronavirus pandemic and the associated national state of disaster has reached as far as the National Defense Force's major recruiting efforts, with no military skills development intake MSD for 2021. The MSD system annually sees around 1,700 to 2,000 volunteers who make it through a selection program, start a 2-year stint in one of the 4 services of the National Defense Force. At the end of the 24-month period, a handful of these volunteers are fortunate enough to be offered short-term contracts in the regulars, the full-time force, with the remainder expected to put their military skills to use in the reserve force. Brigadier General Mafi Mgobozi told this publication, due to COVID-19 pandemic, the SANDF has taken a decision to cancel the military skills development system program for 2021. Police Minister says soldiers to patrol garden route beaches. That soldiers are going to be roped in to help police patrol garden route beaches in an admission of failure of the part of Police Minister Bheki Cele, a Democratic Alliance parliamentarian, maintains. The allegation by Shadow Police Minister Andrew Whitfield follows Cele visiting beaches on the Cape West Coast and the garden route at the beginning of January. Whitfield said in a statement, the Minister of Police chooses to prioritize chasing down surfers on beaches and confronting sunbathers and joggers on promenades. News 24 reports Cele revealed soldiers will assist police in keeping bathers away from the 57 garden route beaches currently off limits as per National State of Disaster regulation when he was in the area. We expect to be reinforced by the SA National Defense Force to assist SA Police service members to enforce regulations that say people should not be on the beaches, the digital news site reports the former National Police Commissioner is saying. Less than 50 sexual exploitation and abuse cases reported in the SANDF in 2020. Response to a parliamentary question in December indicated less than 50 allegations of sexual misconduct were made against SA National Defense Force personnel in the 2020 year. Questioner Russell Chebakulu of the Nkatha Freedom Party wants the Defense and Military Veterans Minister, Nosiviwe Mapisa-Ngakula, to elaborate on instances of sexual exploitation and abuse in the National Defense Force, as well as give an indication of the success or otherwise of the Sexual Offences Hotline. Of the 48 cases, 8 cases had been finalized with 5 guilty verdicts, an acquittal and 2 withdrawn. 40 cases are still in progress with 4 waiting court dates, 4 referred to the SA Police Service, and 32 still under investigation. Mapisa-Ngakula's response to the IFP parliamentarian did not give any detail on the Department of Defense Sexual Offences Hotline. She did inform her questioner that the ministerial task team appointed to investigate sexual offences, including abuse and exploitation, had completed its work. The team's mandate expired on the 31st of December last year, and according to the minister, its report is in the progress of being printed and she will receive it shortly. No December Wings parade at AFB Langebaanweg. The SA Air Force represented a pilot's course last year, but those who made it will not be able to say they earned their wings in the year the Air Force marked its centenary. Defence Web was informed by Brigadier General Mafi Ngobozi the SA National Defence Force Force Director Corporate Communication that the SA Air Force Wings Parade scheduled for December at AFB Langebaanweg has been postponed until further notice. Not widely acknowledged by the Air Force and its management, thanks mostly to the impact of COVID-19, which saw many planned events, including the Aerospace Africa and Defense Exhibition at AFB Waterkloof and a special SA Air Force 100 Air Show deferred, the SA Air Force Centenary was muted. Veterans issues receiving attention from Special Task Team. Government recognizing, albeit belatedly, the contribution made by military veterans during the apartheid years, as evidenced by President Cyril Ramaphosa assuring them issues they have as regards to social and economic support will be addressed. A presidential statement issued 2 days before Christmas is the latest addition to the developments on the military veterans front. Others include the formation of a task team headed by Deputy President David Mabuza that will concentrate on veterans issues ranging from finality on the long-awaited database through to healthcare and memorials. Additionally, Parliament's Portfolio Committee on Defence and Military Veterans has expressed more than a passing interest in particularly the much-maligned military veterans database. This after Cyril Klaba's committee was told the Department of Military Veterans availed itself of outside expertise in the former Department of Home Affairs to assist in finalization of the database. The PCMV is expected to ask for a progress report toward the end of the first quarter of this year. Speaking at a meeting of the high-level task team on matters related to the benefits of military veterans, Ramaphosa indicated government recognized the contribution of military veterans to the attainment of a free and democratic South Africa. According to a presidency statement, South Africa's first citizen is satisfied with progress made by the task team in finding solutions to grievances liberation struggle war veterans and military veterans raised with government. The Minister in the Presidency for Planning, Monitoring and Evaluation, Jackson Mthembu, along with the Minister Nosiviwe Mapisa-Ngakula and the Deputy Minister Thabang Makwetla of the Defence and Military Veterans are part of Mabuza's Specialist Military Veterans Task Team. New SA Military Health Service Senior Chief Warrant Officer. Senior Chief Warrant Officer Mzolisi Maselo is the new main man at the helm of the SA Military Health Service in all its healthcare efforts, including the ongoing battle to get on top of the COVID-19 pandemic. His appointment from 1st of January follows the untimely death of SCOO Virginia Sebon, who died in September following a short illness. Maselo is the 4th SCOO of the Military Health Service of the SA National Defence Force. And in industry news, Armscor and Streit talk collaboration. Areas of possible collaboration between United Arab Emirates headquartered Streit Group and South Africa's Defence and Security Acquisition Agency Armscor was the sole agenda item when representatives from both met recently in Pretoria. Management of Armscor, led by acting board chair Stanley Motamele, hosted delegates from Streit Group at its headquarters in Erasmuskloof, according to the Armscor newsletter Inside Out. The purpose of the visit was to discuss areas of possible collaboration between the two entities. Armscor gave an overview of its mandate, capabilities, and explained its relationship with NEL. The corporation mentioned key projects, including the ultrasonic broken rail detector and shark repellent technology. Some of Armscor's dual-use technologies were also explained. Armscor seeks to use engagements of this nature to establish strategic partnerships with industry players, the agency said. Please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, our daily and weekly newsletter, and our other social media platforms if you enjoyed the webcast. Leave your comments below. Thank you for listening. Stay safe, and we'll see you next week.